Cod Classic weekend this weekend coming up. Hey Willie? Yeah, this weekend. So, exciting time for cod fishermen. And there's going to be a lot of guys out there that already got their plan. They know where they're going to fish. They know what lures they're going to throw. They fish the lake fairly often, so they've got a good idea where to fish. If you don't have the luxury of fishing the lake really often for work commitments, or you live quite a distance away and you only get to fish it once or twice a year, I share a few of my tips of what structure I hit and what lure I tend to fish to hit that structure, so you're not getting snagged every 2 minutes out there, because there is quite a lot of timber in sections out there at MULWALA. So not getting snagged much, using the right lure in the right place will get you strikes, and strikes will turn into fish eventually. So I'll start with fishing around reeds. There's a lot of reeds around MULWALA. There's islands of reeds. They're all scattered all around the banks. They're a great place to fish. So what lure is good? Spinnerbaits work on everything, but something different what the fish don't see as often will work really good. And a really good lure for that is this Xeric flat shad. It's got a nice action like that. It's weedless, so you can bring it right through the reeds. It has a spinner on it. I'm talking here, really. So a bit of flash, bit of vibration, perfect lure for the reeds. The way I like to fish this lure through the reeds is cast it right in there. It doesn't get snagged. Very unlikely you're going to get this. The only way you get this snagged is when the line finds a bit of a splinter in a log and gets caught. Otherwise these hooks are all streamlined and passes through beautifully. And the beauty about these lures is they've got slits in them, so when that fish hits it, you get a corner of the mouth hook up every time, because that just folds away, exposes the hook, and you're on. So that's a really dynamite lure to fish around the reeds. So find yourself some reeds, get yourself a couple of these. They come in different sizes. You even got the bigger one for the guys that want to chase the bigger fish. So I like to use the both of them, but I tend to like to use the smaller one, because in about a metre of water they're a bit less weight and they swim beautifully. So casting around reeds and lay down logs close to banks, good option, the Xeric flat shad. Moving on, stand up timber in the lake. So logs that are just standing up everywhere in the middle of the lake. It's full of logs. The lure I tend to use for that is the Xeric live mullet. Great lure. So that's one for treble. That's how they come in the packet. Like that, treble hanging off. I change it if it's a bit shallow. So if it's less than 2 meters and there's stand-up logs, I put a beetle spin on it, and I put assist hooks. I like the assist hooks on there. Tend to get less snags. And bringing them past stand-up timber, the cod can't help themselves. So the way I fish the stand-up timber is I'll cast past the tree, let it sink, let the line go slack, hit the bottom, just a slow wind, let that beetle spin work. The tail, the lure will do its action. It's another Xeric lure. All the Xeric lures have awesome action, so have a look at those. If it's a bit deeper, 4 or 5 meters, and you're casting stand-up logs, this is the one you want. So sinks quicker, stays down deeper in the water column, doesn't rise, the beetle spin doesn't pull it up through the water. So stand-up timber in the log, that's my go-to lure. Lay down logs in shallow water. Any of those lures will work in shallow water, but my favourite shallow water big lay down logs are the Xeric Affinities. Dynamite lures these are. Got a grouse action on them. Cod love them. They come in quite a few different colours. So I'll start with this one here. So they've got a nice snaking action through the water. They come with 2 different weights, a small weight and a heavy weight, or you can take the weight off, what suits you. I tend to use the smaller weight in about a metre of water, and just swim it past lay down logs. So what I look for when I'm fishing these, you want to find your lay down log. You don't just want to blindly cast as far as you can cast. You want to find your lay down log, you want to see it in the water, and you want to place your cast within a metre of that lay down log and bring it past both sides, left, right, a couple of times, and keep searching for those lay down logs. Don't go and blindly cast at 50-60 metres because you get snagged and you've got to go try and get it. So short cast, work the timber you can see. Cod love these, so, and you'll have good success fishing lay down logs on these. This is a versatile lure. This is a bone from Zurich. I like to use this on stand-up timber and also on lay down logs as well. You got a point here, a toe point for if you want to fish stand-up timber. You can put a chin weight on that, gets it down, let it hit the bottom, and just a slow wind. You can use it as a swim bait for lay down logs. Put a small chin weight and just bring it nice and slow past a lay down log, or you can use any of these points to give it a fast erratic action. If it's a bit slow and you just want to speed up your fishing and try and come across that active fish, pick one of them, gives it a good loud vibrating action, gets the fish annoyed, hopefully they smash it on you. So that's another great lure for you guys that like to trawl. The Zurich range has these giant ruby 75mm. They get down nice and deep, and they're great trawling, or they've already landed some big fish on the cast, so you can even cast these around the lake, you can even cast these around the river. Great versatile lure. Trawling around, if you trawl the open water, if you trawl the snags, just adjust how much line you let out so you're not constantly just smacking the bottom. You just want to bump it every now and then, even keep it up, you know, a foot off the bottom or so, a couple of feet, and there got you covered for those guys that like to trawl. So they're the giant ruby 75mm, and they're a nice little lure, nice profile, and they've caught some big fish. So check them out as well. All these lures here available from Fish Cam Ski, MULWALA there. So for you guys fishing the Cod Classic, make sure try and support the Fish Cam Ski team. You know, they do a great job of opening all these events and helping us catch fish. So good luck out there. Hopefully you land a few fish, and I hope that sort of helps you a bit in what direction you want to go fish, and what structure you're going to target, and what lures I use to target those structures and the cod that live in those structures. So hope to see you on the water. Good luck there, and hope you get a few cod. Right, Billy. Say bye.